Alright, welcome back everybody. Well, we are going to attempt to do this a second time. I'm your host, Batman333, and we're taking a look at the Marvel Tokon Closed Beta. This is the final day, so we're going to just basically spend a little bit more time kind of really going through some of the mechanics. One of the things I wanted to kind of focus on is sort of the tagging, because obviously this is a 4v4 tag fighter. It's supposed to be a little unique and different from all the other games that are out there. You know, the most that we've ever had as far as a tag fighting game was Marvel vs. Capcom, at least 2, where you have a total of 3 characters. So it was a 3 vs. 3, and this is a 4v4. The stipulation to this is a lot of people kind of feel like it isn't really 4v4 per se, but it kind of is when you think about how the tagging works. And I misunderstood how the tagging actually works, so we're going to take a look at that today. So one of the things that was a misconception on my end is that thinking that the trigger, the L2 trigger, which is a quick tag, was the same thing as the assemble button, which is X. And that is not the case. Assemble is exactly what that is. So there's an assemble gauge at the top when you look at the life meters. Let me just skip through this here. Okay. So right now it does. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll go to the tag part because it shows the meters there. So up at the top, if you look under Captain America's life bar, there's the 3 gauges that are up there. That's what's used to do some of the fancy tagging stuff with the assemble button. The quick tag is just simply that. It just brings out our quick assist. It brings out the person and it keeps them out. What has been throwing me off this whole time is you have the same option of keeping an assist out by pressing the assemble button and then holding it, and then you can keep it out. So that's like basically a delayed way to do an active tag, as to where the quick assist is just to bring them out and they're in there. Okay, that's going to be your traditional standard Marvel vs. Capcom, Invincible versus Dragon Ball FighterZ, you know, all those types of games. And understanding that now brings sheds a lot more light, because I was having the most frustrating time thinking like, I'm not calling out that person, or I don't want to keep that person out. But what I wasn't realizing is that that's how you bring them out. And then of course you add that on top of the fact that when you're doing assemble, depending on the slot that they're in, if they're in the first, or not the first slot, but the first slot, because we're talking about assist, because you got your point character, and then the other 3 are going to go in a slot. So slot 1 will do the shooter, slot 2 will do the vertical attack, which will be the up or down kind of attack, like depending on the character, and then the assemble assist assault. So let's see. Okay, I was just reading what it does for Miss Marvel. But essentially, depending on the character you use, when you go to the assemble, you're going to see what that specific assist is going to do. Right now, I don't have the other characters out because, we're in the tutorial. But that makes so much more sense, because now, you can press forward, and that, that on that assist, if he was in the, the maybe referred to as a like active assist, what is it called, shooter or something like that, shooter assist. So that's how that basically works. Dashing again is the same, like we when we're talking about dashing, like wave dashing, it doesn't have it, and I understand kind of why, because you've got this mechanic where you can bait by pressing the throw, and the throw does a dash, so you can kind of the only thing is you can't interrupt a, well, you can interrupt a dash with that, Okay, and you see, but you can't cancel out of a throw dash. You know, it's very delayed. See, like I'm pressing it right as soon as I'm triggering it, and she doesn't. It'll like delay. She'll keep running up until she finishes the animation of the running to do the attack. So, you know, and actually no, she's just doing a throw. Yeah, that's her throw animation. So I can't even interrupt that with any kind of attack, but the dash you can. So, you know, I can do it with an assist, I can do it with a unique, I can do it with a special, even a directional special. Yeah, so that's maybe why they don't have wave dashing. I mean, I still think it should, because that, you know, while it's cool to have it that you can interrupt the dash with an attack, I mean, you can interrupt the dash or stop by just holding back, I guess. Or let's see. No, you just basically you can just press dash, and then just don't press forward. Otherwise, if you press forward, you're just gonna keep running. What's his name has that kind of a dash in Invincible Versus Rexplode. He has a thing where he can just continually run. If you just as soon as you dash, you just hold forward and it'll run. But with backdashing, it you know, it's just one dash per input. So if I do back, that's one. Or if I just do dash, holding back and then pressing the dash button, it does that. But then if you continually hold back and then just keep pressing dash, you'll do that. The same thing in air, but air. Oh, she doesn't have an air dash. So that's kind of unique, you know. Some characters aren't going to have air dashes. Some characters aren't going to have command throws, you know. A lot of weird stuff. So that's some of the variation in that. Looking at her, let's look at her move list. Okay. What I'm trying to find are some unique things, because I started to find that I stated in one of the other videos that you don't have, like, your attacks don't do different things based on the direction you're pressing. So like if I did a punch and I did a forward punch, it's just the same, you know, forward direction and punch, it just does a punch. If I hold back and a punch, it doesn't do anything. But there's some characters, I don't know who, but when you're in combos, I don't know if it's that if you're pressing the direction, it changes, because like there's some characters that have these like good overheads and stuff, and but I don't know if it's just part of their like auto combo, or if it's just simply like, you know, because you can press a direction. See, like Captain America, his punches only just do that, you know. There's down, there's just neutral triangle, or medium, neutral short, down, medium, but there's no back medium, no back, you know. Even in the air, it's the same. Matter of fact, you don't even get like, oh wait. Yeah, nothing. Just no down heavy in the air. It's just. Oh wait, nope. There is it. So there is a neutral. Okay. So here we go. This is what I mean. So Captain America's neutral heavy is that. So if I jump, but if I hit down, he actually does that angle kick. So you can do like meaty kicks, you know, stuff like that. So that's, you know, I don't know if maybe, let's see if she has something like that. Okay, so here's her normal heavy in neutral, like without pressing a direction, pressing down. Yep. So that's how I guess everybody works. The down and heavy is a downwards kick. That's probably how you're gonna do your enders when you're doing like a aerial ABC combo, and you just hit down, you know, or special or something like that. Yeah, so like her unique button, she has that, but that's just neutral. Nope, it's not. It's down. Okay. Oh, cool. She can go back and forth. Oh, whoa. That's cool. So see, this is what I mean by the breakdown. I didn't really get a chance to go through each of the characters and kind of play with their mobility. But yeah, that's, you know, maybe that's some food for thought there for, you know, those who are just trying to understand like how movement and attacking sort of works. Alright. So now let's go through each one of these, because this is what I wanted to kind of look at. So assemble, assist, shooter. So when you're using the assemble button, or X on a PlayStation controller, this is going to be your horizontal sort of like attack. It could be a projectile, it could be a lunging thing like Miss Marvel, it could be a dashing kind of move. But for the most part, it's to assist so that you can send someone out in front of you while you're behind your assist character. So that way you can dash in with your character as the assist is doing something for you to go in and kind of, you know, catch them in some kind of a mix-up or whatever the case is. So, while grounded, calls for your first ally to perform assemble, assist, shooter attack. This attack can hit opponents even at a distance, creating an opportunity to approach them. So there you go. Again, it's your sort of get-in opportunity with that assist. Because when you're playing this game, and again, it's a 4v4, you got 3 additional, with your primary character out, you've got 3 additional assists at your disposal that can be called all out, basically at the same time if you have the meter, in such circumstance to do it. So you can kind of vary your mix-ups, like, in Marvel vs. Capcom, you're bringing out an assist, you have to wait for them to complete their call-out, or assist before you can call out the next person. As where this game, and that's I think what makes this one a little bit unique, is that you can have multiple people out at the same time. And then it's just a matter of like figuring out which character you want to keep out when you call the assists. But holding it performs a member switch. So yeah, and that's what I was kind of leading into, is that when you call someone out like this, you can hold the button and then they're gonna stay out. Or if you use the quick assist, they just automatically stay out when you press that, and that's the L2 trigger. So big differences there. But when you want to do like the fancy stuff with multiple like characters on the screen, you want to do like that, and you can call, like, while you're hitting with that one character, you can press a different direction and the assemble button to bring that person out. So you can, depending on what attack you have them set as, like I said, I think Star-Lord has a move where he comes from the top down when you call him out, and that would be like down and assemble button. You could potentially just be like into like some kind of a combo, call out the assist, that will be the forward one, and then while that forward one is coming down, you could press down and X, and then Star-Lord could come down from the top, and then Captain America could be, you could be just down here doing like low attacks as all of that's happening at the same time. So that's how you're going to kind of get your mix-ups, I guess, if that's, even feasible. Because, I guess in some situations, you can kind of see the tags, and then you also have to account for the fact that the opponent can counter your assist calls, so with some, defensive mechanics. So, but yeah, active, assist, boom, that's just what that looks like. Combo, active assist, and then grounded, it's the same. Neutral and pressing forward is the same thing as calling out the person. So assemble rush. Alright, so this, I believe, let's take a look at what this says. When you input X right after your attack hits, it triggers assemble rush. Okay, so basically when you're doing your combos or auto combos or manual combos, depending on what button you have active at the moment, like if you press square, triangle, circle, and you press assist, the assist will come out at that time. Or if you're hitting square, 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 just to try to do the auto combo, it'll call the assist right in the middle of that combo. So yeah, this is just how you have follow-ups. However, this is the part that makes this, where you've got to be aware. It ends up taking up your assemble gauge, which is those 3 meters at the top, and that's something that I was trying to figure out how that occurs, or when does that occur. So essentially, when you're doing like auto combos, you got to be careful calling out your assists because you're gonna waste those meters that are, you know, flashing red up there. You know, in this, you know, you've got to basically be cognizant of the cooldown of your assists and all that. You know, because what I've been finding is a lot of people will just mash and then start pressing assist. The next thing you know, they can't call them out again because, you know, they've used them up in that assemble gauge. So, and then in this case, we're gonna do a hit, and they want us to do an X or an assist or an assemble call when you hit them. So, and that does that. But see, the meter goes away when you call them out like that. So that's something you got to be, you know, keep in mind of when you're trying to call out your assists and stuff. You know, it'll help you with continuing combos and things like that. But you know, you gotta be very, very aware when you're using up meter on your assists. Okay, so assemble smash performs. The two buttons performs an assemble smash. This triggers a combination attack with an ally on hit. Your ally will only appear when you on hit when you have at least one bar of assemble gauge. Okay, so again, you know, gotta be aware. Like right now, we're only 1 for 1. We only have 1 assist available at our disposal, and we only have 1 gauge. So if I had, and I don't even think you get the other gauge until you've unlocked the other assist members on your team. So, you know, with that thought in mind, anytime you only have 1 available assist, you're going to always only have 1 assemble gauge to use. And so if I were to do that right there, that's kind of like your get off me move. When someone's kind of like, you know, approaching you, or you can also do the back one where you kind of dash back and then do it. But yeah, that's what, you know, that's the counterplay to things. You know, understanding that now, it helps to helps me realize what I was doing wrong in some matches, because I didn't realize that, you know, you're limited on how many times that can occur. Now, a break, certain moves send the... Okay, so this is just talking about wall breaks, gaining allies. Okay, there we go. This is something I needed to see. How does this work? So, gaining allies. Triggering a break reunites you with one of your allies. The maximum capacity of your skill gauge and your symbol gauge increases as you gain allies. Okay, so your super meter builds more the more team members that you unlock for your team, basically. So, alright. So that's understood. So now, in order to just call out... Well, so then now they give you access to the third character. So now we got access to 2 meters. So doing wall breaks is what gets you your characters out. Got it. Alright. Use dashes to approach Iron Man. Okay. Assemble, assist, vertical. So now this is where I was talking about, where you're going to now have a variation on calling out your assist. So now that we've got Storm, she's considered the grounded one, like that. So she'll do that upwards one. And then if we just do a normal calling out a symbol, that's going to bring this character out. But now if I do forward, that's going to bring Captain America out. See? And so that's how you can start doing like these crazy things like let's see, combo. See? See how I like can call out 2 people at the same time, so I could start a combo. Hold on, let me do that again. Combo. And then, you know. Hold on, there we go. You know, so there you go. And that's going to be like how you can sort of like switch up your sort of like attacking string. So like if I'm doing a combo, the forward rise, and I want to bring out this assist, I can then, you know, see I'm going down low with Captain America when that's occurring. So just again. I'm trying to trigger Storm to do her upwards attack, because she goes upwards like that. See, when I called her out using down, it's like she still did like a normal attack. She didn't continue to go up. But, you know, I think like if you can figure out the timing on calling out the assist, you could set up those things I'm referring to, which is like throwing someone in front of you, hitting them high, but then immediately going low with your primary character, and then as you're hitting down low kicks or whatever, press down and X because you're already on the down position. That way you can do an upward attack that will knock them up, and then you could probably, you know, if you've got some sort of like a anti-air special or something, you could do that, like an uppercut, or, you know, and you can just keep driving the momentum of keeping the character upwards, you know, and stuff like that. So at least that's just what that appears to feel like, you know, when you think about how the assists come out. All right, so this is the counter stuff, and again, you're going to be limited to how many assemble gauges you have to call to do that counter. So that was throwing me off too. I just thought it was unlimited. As long as you have the characters unlocked, you can keep doing that, but that's not the case. So that assemble gauge is a very important thing in this, because, you know, I don't recall other tag fighting games, you know, where the assists have their own kind of unique gauge or resource, you know, to use. So I think that's kind of cool. So this is like basically like an alpha counter. If you block, but okay, so you can accomplish the same thing by just doing the delayed one, right? Which is whatever they call that, assemble smash, that right there. And that's the back one. That's the you know, but that counts as a counter. And then you can do it also in the air too. So like, but what they're wanting you to do is the crossover. So this is like basically, like I said, an alpha counter. In the game Street Fighter Alpha, there's a mechanic where, like, as long as you're blocking the attack, you input a command, and you'll snap that opponent out of that sort of like move. So there, and it brings your person in, but it costs an assemble meter, you know. So it works literally the same thing as you know, this move here. It works the same. Okay, and then this is just how you counter the crossover. So like if I'm doing my crossover and they're doing their crossover, you can counter when they call out the person, but it's gonna be sort of like a battle of who's got more assemble meter, right? Or assemble gauge. So if, like, say theoretically Iron Man only has one character out, I've got 3, and I'm in a situation where I know he's gonna try to counter me when I do like some kind of a combo, you know, or even like that's just him blocking and doing the crossover. He's doing back and square and X, right? I could just then press my square and X to block that attack. Now there's 2 versions of it though, which I didn't know, which is kind of, so this crossover cross counter, because you'll it's almost like a perfect parry, you know, as long as you time it as soon as their assist is coming out and it's going towards you to hit your character, and you call out your crossover counter, and you do it at the right time, like right as the perfect frame hit or whatever, it does that perfect cross counter or whatever that was called. So that's pretty cool. You know, that's sort of like your parrying in the game, I guess. Assemble smash follow up. Okay, so this is just a thing where, like, if you do the, you know, this stuff here where it's orange. Yeah, like if I just press it by itself, I'm not pressing anything else after it. It's just doing that. That's what it'll do on its own. It'll do an exchange of hits with those 2 specific characters. But since I have 3 characters, I can do that. Press X as soon as the character gets hit, and it calls out the other character, and then, you know, continues and brings back the primary character. So that's kind of cool. You'll see that a lot happening online, you know. But I think it's still at the expense of the assist, the assemble gauges that are up at the top. So you'll eat up an assemble gauge. All right, they just want us to do the opposite side stuff again. So Okay, so here's my opportunity to kind of do some stuff while I have 3 characters out. So let's see. Yeah. Trying to see if I can call a storm. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just trying to see. I'm doing quick assists so that I can call out the characters, and I'm just trying to make sure that if I do it in neutral, it brings back Cap. If I do down, it's gonna bring out Storm, and if I do it neutral again, it'll bring back Cap. Nope, it brings out Kamala. So it rotates based on like how you brought out the character. So right now I have her at point. Okay, so the reason why I'm messing with this because I wanted to understand how this gets changed around. So if I started the game and I've got Captain America at point, right? Let's start with him at top. Alright. I want to then utilize Kamala's vertical attack. So I'd have to do down and X, right? However, if I want to swap the role of that character, if I do neutral assist, quick assist, it's going to bring out Storm. If I want to bring out Captain America, I have to now hold back to bring him out, but his role has changed, and now his assist is going to be back, which is a shooter. So if I keep pressing just X by itself, it's going to bring that out, right? But if I do the neutral assist, it's going to bring him back out. So whoever basically, in short, like Captain America's at the top and Storm's on the right. So whoever's, you know, depending on how many people you have too, because this is what I'm trying to figure out. I think like there's basically situations where you can rotate out the role. You know, like this will be your default layout, right? You've got Shooter is the character that's to the right. On the, you know, I'm talking about the assists that are underneath Captain America. So active assist Shooter, that's going to be the right slot. Vertical assist is the down slot, and then the other one, you know, is the other direction. So I guess like when I get that 4th slot, that I guess it's back or something. That does this that 3rd type, you know, assist type or whatever. But what I'm trying to get around here is that I think that depending on how you keep your characters out, say I switch to Kamala by holding down, and if I want to go back to Storm, I have to hold down. Okay, so that's how I quick assist to Storm, and if I want to go back to Kamala, I have to hold down. But see, if I keep Captain at active assist or assault or vertical or whatever, not vertical, but active shooter, the shooter assist, you have to use the quick assist neutral to get to him, just take him off of that. So that's the whole point I'm trying to make, is that, see, now I got Storm there, but now say I want to have Kamala be, or I want to put Captain America. Let me see. Yeah, see, it brings out Kamala. Now I've taken her off of the shooter assist. But then if I want to put Captain America back on primary, and then put Storm back, but then put Captain America back on shooter assist, neutral, quick assist. I know this sounds all confusing as hell, but basically what I'm getting at is you know, when you start off with the characters and you're picking your lineup, you pick your point character, you pick the character that's going to be the shooter assist type, then you have to pick a character that is the here, let's go back, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay,
Marvel Tokon.
so at the start of any match, when you're picking your characters, you know, his assist as shooter, so I put him in that slot. And then for the vertical attack, I like Star-Lords, so that's the down and assemble button, you know, so that they go upwards and do like a dragon punch type of move, right? Okay. And then the last one, I was just trying to remember what it's called. It's called Assault. Okay, so Assault was the final one, okay? But, and that's going to be their role. So that example I was showing about swapping out using Quick Assist versus the Assemble button, basically, this layout by default, this is the order that they'll do those moves in. But if I active tag out a person and say, like, I end up like having, say I had Dr. Doom at shooter originally, and I active tag him out, he's gonna be relinquished from that slot. If I want to return him back to that slot, I have to press the direction of that specific character in order for him to go back as an active shooter. Basically, they can rotate around from the roles. So what I thought is that they're permanently stuck as that role when you pick that character in that slot. But that's not the case because of how Quick Assist is used to swap out your characters. Because remember, Quick Assist is the button that allows you to switch out that character and have them immediately, you know, available when you tag them in. They're going to be they're the active character that you're going to be controlling. And then they're no longer an assist. Roles between, that's why I guess they give you this assemble button, because the assemble button is what dictates, like, you know, left, right, or down as far as the function of what that character is going to be doing, you know. So that's the, you know, I'm just trying to break that down to have a better understanding of how the assists are going to be used, because, yeah, like I said,
select your character.
We'll test this out now. So I'm going to just do exactly what I said. I want to have him as point. I want to have Dr. Doom as shooter. I'm going to have vertical. I'm going to have him be the vertical assist. And assault. I still don't understand what assault assist is, but we'll go back to the tutorial and figure that out. I guess, let's see, we'll figure out what assault sort of does. I'm just gonna pick all the whatever characters. Now this is the versus the CPU because there's no training mode, so I'm just gonna be, you know, doing this all on the fly. But I am gonna try to build up, unlock the other characters by doing some wall splats or whatever. Yeah, because for when I would play like online or even just like the CPU, I'm over here pressing both assemble and quick assist to call out, you know, thinking like, oh, it's just the same button, it calls them out the same way. So but it doesn't. Ooh. Alright, I don't know if I've unlocked anybody yet. Nope. I stopped it. That's the thing, you've got to earn your character out. So if I lose this, I'll probably end up getting one of my other characters out. Wow. That was my opportunity to do my counter cross. Alright, so now that we've lost that, we should get, yeah, see, now we got Star-Lord. Okay. So he did a wall break. Okay, so I got wall breaked. Or maybe I did, I wall breaked him, so now I got everybody out. So now, I want Dr. Doom to be my, I want to take him off of shooter, because his shooter assist, let's see what a shooter assist does. If I think it's a neutral. get out of the corner here if I can. Okay. So if I do X by itself, he's just gonna come out and do a move, right? And if I hold and want to swap him out, but then I could press X again, and while Dr. Doom is loading back, I called out Kamala by just pressing X. So that's what I'm saying. Overall, in short, you as you're playing, you can rotate the characters around from the slots. They're not permanently going to stay as that role. It's a matter of like if you it just depends on the kind of tag you do. So I'm going to do a neutral tag. Okay, so he's in, and now I want to swap out to Star-Lord. Okay, but then I want to put Dr. Doom or Captain America. Well, let's see. Or, let's see. I want to call out Kamala. I didn't mean to do that. I meant it's back. She's a assault. So there. Now she's out, right? But then I want to put Star-Lord in as. I want to put Kamala now as shooter. So I would then do the neutral quick assist, and then Kamala will swap out to be that role now. But again, that's kind of like the all I was getting at, is that that's the amount of thinking that's going to be required when it comes to sort of like higher level play. You know, like there might be a time where you unintentionally got one of your best characters that is good at that role, and they end up being positioned into a different slot, and you have to then figure out how to get them back in that rotation, you know, based on your strategically placed assists, so that you can then put that character back on there. Because, you know, the reason why I say this is because I wanted to understand why in the hold on a second. I wish there was a push block though. I really do. Because there's, like, they immediately come at you. I wish that you had something to push them back enough to get them off of you so that you can set yourself up. Anyhow, the reason why I was kind of going in through all that, because I was trying to understand why do they show each character's assemble attacks, you know, when they're being used as an assist. Because I'm like, okay, well, if I picked Dr. Doom or Captain America as an assist shooter, that's what that move would look like. If I picked him as assist vertical, that's what that would look like. But what it is that they show all of them because over time, depending on how you're rotating your characters in and out and who you're actively keeping out as an assist, you'll switch that role. And Marvel Capcom 3, depending on the role you picked as that character, you know, like if you picked Dr. Doom and you wanted to do the you know, the, what is that, the hidden missile attack or whatever, like that's a really good assist. It's a vertical assist, right? And he will always, every time he's used as an assist, he will always do that move. But in this game, what makes it different is that depending on how you actively switch out your characters and you know, in conjunction with deciding whether you're going to call them out using the quick assist or whether you're going to use them as the assemble button and then, you know, hold it and keep them out, you can remove and basically flip-flop the roles in mid-match. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of an interesting observation, so to say the least. Now, when you're playing the game, you're not thinking of all that, obviously, unless you really are, you know, but I think that the higher level players, when they kind of get down to it, I mean, that's just a lot of thinking, you know, like you have to, like I said, you know, that's all going to be based on whether you even have them active, you know, so I'm just going to play some computer matches here, just see if I can kind of like give some proof of concept examples of what I'm referring to. Now, I'm by no means like a super professional, you know, fighting game player. I've just played fighting games for a very long time. I understand certain mechanics in certain games. You know, I have my games that I'm really good at. I have my games that I'm really bad at. Tag games were games that were not my forte at all. Like, I played them, you know, I have fun with them. I play them with my friends. But as far as like high level competition and that kind of stuff, I was never, you know, I could never hang with a Yipes or a Justin Wong in terms of Marvel vs. Capcom. But I think with this game, because of its and that's another thing I wanted to kind of talk about, the accessibility. I'm starting to understand why, and maybe from this point of view, why they're making it with the simple inputs. When you think about it, when you're playing games that even if it has rollback netcode, the technology part of it is that when you're playing these types of games, fighting games, there's a lot of things happening as far as inputs that are concerned. So not only does it have to compensate for the things that are being animated on the screen, it also has to be compensated for the inputs that are being, sent across the internet as the other players are doing, and it's at such a fast rate, because people are spinning the controller directions around and mashing buttons, and there's a lot of information that's being exchanged between you and the opponent as you're playing on these netcode type of games or whatever. And so I think by simplifying the fact that you're eliminating, so that's why maybe they decided to kind of focus the gameplay on sort of modernizing the controls. So if you think about it in that regard, that's kind of cool. But I mean, then there'll be people that will say out there, well, other games can do motion inputs and they have a rollback netcode and it works fine. So Street Fighter 6 obviously is like that. But yeah, I guess maybe that's what it is. But also the fact that you've got 4 different characters you got to deal with, and so like you've got to maybe think about how operating the characters works a lot quicker, so that you can focus on the different tactics, like the thing with the switching out of the people, because until today I had no idea that using the assemble button is completely different from using the quick assist button, and that's an actual button. It's not like a macro. Like those are 2 physically independent buttons that function slightly different from each other. Like the end goal is that you're bringing out the characters, but then the other side of it is that like you're having to think like which one do you want to then change as their role, because you want to utilize their assist type, in a particular situation. But then add to the fact that you've got a gauge that gets depleted when you're swapping out, people and stuff like that. So there's a lot to think about, So I think that's maybe what makes this game a little unique. I think so, at least. Is that me? Oh, no, not me. Whoa.
Excellent.
So now, oh man, I love Dr. Doom's dash. It's so badass. Okay, I want you back in. Jeez. I love his commands though. That junk is so fast. Basically it looks like this. I think it's a back in R2. Yeah. He just like goes in that portal and comes over and just... Now, what I've also been finding too is I've been finding that now that I understand the mechanics a little more, that I'll kind of alternate between using the simple inputs versus the motion inputs, because there's just times where like it's like I have an opening, I know exactly that I can do a fireball input here if I'm in the air, or a hurricane kick, to do Captain America's like down attack, right? But then if I'm in the middle of like a combo and calling out assists and stuff, and I just don't have time to think about like doing a dragon punch at the end of that, if I just press the direction, I'll know that that's the move that will come out. And the other thing too about the simplified inputs because this is another point I was going to make, is that I think it helps to reduce the margin of error when there's input errors, you know, because a lot of people will complain about like how laggy a game will be and they're trying to do a dragon punch and it doesn't come out, but if you just did it as a simple input, it'll come out through that lag. So I think, you know, they're trying to find that happy balance between keeping it, you know, I think it's just for the stability of the performance of the game, why they have a combination of both. I don't think it's not just to appease people that like motion inputs and stuff like that. I think it's also just, you know, or to appease the people that just want accessibility. I think it's just to kind of like that balance, because you're gonna have to think like, you know, how many times are you gonna be in situations where, you know, you're gonna forget to do like an input because you're like, oh man, I could have just done a dragon punch there. Well, you don't have to think about that. You can just hit forward, and that's always a forward, and that button is always a dragon punch. You know what I mean? So. And what I've been finding myself doing now too is like I'm not keeping myself on the trigger as much when you know, as far as tagging, and trying to force myself to use the assists in the way that they're supposed to be used when you use them in conjunction with the assemble button. See, like all that was me pressing X rather than using the trigger, because before I would do the trigger to call out assist to try to do these continual combos, not realizing that it's gonna keep that character out. I'm like, why did I, you know, why is Dr. Doom out? I didn't want him out, you know. My microwave dash there I just did. Wow. And then now I'll also know too, like when I'm trying to do like those counter type of assemble counters and stuff, now I know that, you know, to do that stuff it takes your meters like that. Oh, hey, what's up, Chance? This is a beta weekend. If you signed up for it through the PlayStation's beta program or whatever, this was the second invite for people who didn't get to play the first one. And they actually invited a lot more people to play. So, like, I think like the majority of people, if you applied for it and didn't get in the last one, you're probably on here playing it now. So, yeah, but it's not out. Yeah, I mean, though, you know, they meant it was, but basically, like, you just have to go to the PlayStation. I've been able to play this and Invincible Versus because of the beta program that Sony put out. So, kind of cool. But thank you for joining. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I'm just basically going over some of the mechanics of the game and trying to get a better understanding, because this is the last day of the beta. So, you know, we're just out here trying to have fun and see what makes this game tick and stuff like that. So I'm not the best person for, you know, representing a player that plays tag fighting games, but I've played enough of them to understand the mechanics and how they work. And this game seems to be pretty straightforward compared to some of the other ones out there. But a lot's going on, you know. You got a lot of thinking to do when calling out people and stuff. Alright. There we go. I'm just playing the CPU for now because I'm trying to just get a little bit more grounded with the assist calling and switching. Yeah, man, that's what I'm starting to really like, depending like how quick assist works versus how tag works, or assemble works, because you start to realize like you're gonna have control over like what character you want to be in whatever situation. So now I want her to be Captain America to be back out. And before where I just didn't feel like I understood who I was having out. But see, now I want Doctor Doom. Now I want Star-Lord. Like he's gonna be out. Only thing though is with quick assist, while it's quick in the sense of them coming out, there is a moment of vulnerability that I'm noticing. Like if I do, see, like right there, like if that was like a human opponent, I don't know if he like would have just automatically knew to hit me, or if I'm exposed at that moment. Say I brought her out. And you can kind of leave yourself open if you call out an assist in the wrong kind of way. Like if you're not calling them out where they're attacking and stuff, you've got to be careful with that. And you also got to be aware, like if you don't have any more meter and you're trying to do some kind of a unique call out like that right there, you're gonna find yourself running out of meter and getting stuck in situations where you thought your assist was gonna come out and they couldn't come out because you ran out of your assemble gauge. So I think here, let's test this out. So I got everybody out now. I'm gonna see if I call out using the assemble button. Oh shoot, I just did it and it cost me meter. Okay, so now I got all 3 meters. So assists are free. They just are gonna be delegated to their cooldown. But the counters, the assist counters, those are what cost meter. Like stuff like this. That costs a meter. That costs a meter. So, using all that stuff like that, that's what's going to eat up the meter. But calling the assist, as long as you're using the assemble button, and the quick assist. But if you do quick assist, there's like a somewhat of a delay. Like, oh shoot, there's somewhat of a delay that can leave you open. So, when you're just trying to call somebody out to kind of help you get somebody out of a situation, you got to think about which button you want to use to call your character out. I know I got Dr. Doom, so... Oh, shoot. There you go, see? You could bait. Like, I threw the shield out, I threw out Captain America, and I did Dr. Doom's back. That move right there. But that move, I think, is quarter circle back. But see, I don't have to think about doing the motion input. If I just know that move is just by holding block, I have less thinking on input and have, a lower rate of execution error, you know what I mean? Like input execution, because I don't have to think about which input direction I needed to do, But yeah, I was calling out this with this unique button, calling out the assist, and then just going into that, like there. Because I was trying to figure out like ways to combo into his command throw, because his teleport is freaking ridiculous. Like, look at that. And it can't be done in the air. Oh yeah, it can be done in the air. But he's so fast that, and it's just instant, like a instant transmission from DBZ. It's like his teleport can set up throws like mad throws if you if you're quick enough, I guess, or if you catch the opponent slipping. Oh, nice. I wasn't ready to break out of that. I'm also starting to find that I'm not wasting doing supers as much now that so you start wasting supers the moment you start doing those auto combos, like right now. Oh yeah. So that's a trade-off. So when you start off, when you only have like one person available, when you do auto combos, they just do assists. They automatically bring out assists. So I'm just mashing square right now, and that's just all calling all three people out by itself. And you know, if you've got a full, that's how you can kind of do multiple hits with using your assist without using any of the assemble gauge. Just doing these auto combos. Look at that. See, nothing is being expended right now. So if I want to then start using my super meter gauge, but then like use it in conjunction with all the teammates, I can do. Hold on. That, and then hold X. I'm just holding X. Oh no, I can't do it because I did his big one. But if I did like his level 1 super, I could have used that, instead of using all that meter to do a giant super, I could have done that to do, you know, the single supers where each person comes out and does like their super real quick. See that one? That's what I meant. I meant to do that. But I think forward and holding or hitting holding forward and hitting R1 and R2 does the ultimate. So then what's the manual way to do a super? Let me see. Cause see, in that instance, that's probably where I'd want to use motion input, right? Like if I want to do like Captain America's supers, it's just a fireball with triangle and circle, right? Okay, okay. Here, watch this. So, and then if I want to do, yeah. Cause like that Dr. Doom exchange I just did, I didn't want to do his ultimate. I wanted to do like a level 1 so that I can swap, you know, do the swap out supers where you can just keep calling out a different opponent, or not an opponent, but a different tag assist, and they'll do their like single level 1 super. You know, when you've got a full meter, I think each one costs like 20. How much does it cost? Let's see. On the super meter, because you get more, the more characters you have out, the more meter you'll have accessible to you, which I learned today. So costs 50. So you have a maximum of 150 or something like that. So that's your 3, you know, different supers or whatever. So right now I'm just gonna try to build up meter. And the best way to build up meter is just do just some normal basic combos. So now I got all my meters built up, right? Okay, so now that's a level 1 super. So I'm gonna think, if I would have held the button there, the X button, that's how you can keep calling out all the different people to do the supers. But I did a manual input for the super, so I think that's probably the way to go. Like, use your simple inputs for, like, you know, maybe a situation where it's just your last resort, like, you know, it's like, oh, I need to hurry up and get this move off, and you can mash out the inputs, and then you'll end up getting your ultimate out. But I'm gonna try to do a manual super into the, like that. See, now I'm holding the button. Now Dr. Doom comes out, does his. But see, it's only 50, so I can only do 2 there. So I ran out. But I'll just go back into just auto combos, using my assists. But then I call out, but then I could stay out as him instead. You know, that's what I'm saying. This game is kind of fun, man. Like, I think when people give it a little try, it'll kind of click. It's just you gotta play with it enough to kind of understand the mechanics. But it starts to click, and when it does click, that's when the game gets like really fun. Whoa! Oh man, I wasn't ready to counter that. I had the meter to do it. Dang it. catching me with the... Block. Shoot. Dang, I got a happy birthday. Dang.
Tony, 君の技術は素晴らしいが。Winner, player one. Brace yourself.
I thought there was a way to increase the CPU level, because I thought I put this like on one of the harder levels. I don't remember where I did that. I know it's got to be in settings or something, but I can't find where that is anymore. Ooh, that was cool. Wow, one more meter. Whoa. Yeah, and I found that EX moves are just by doing the heavy attack button. So, if you ever need a EX, that's the way you do it. So like his Dragon Punch move, I can do light attack and medium attack, but if I do it with the heavy, he does the EX. So, yeah, those are the kind of commands I think I would use the motion inputs for, but like a lot of the like tagging combo things you can do, I'd use simple input. Just makes more sense, you know. Okay. Ah. Come on. Like that thing I'm doing, I'm calling out as like that tracking laser. I wish there was a faster way to, because when you call it out, it's just down, down, right? But if you get hit out of the move, you can't do the move, you can't call the beam out. Like it puts the target and it tracks, if you do the EX version, it immediately tracks the character, the opponent, and then, but you have to press circle to do the blast. That's, see, now circle. I have to wait. There. I'm trying to call out Star-Lord, but it's not letting me call out Star-Lord. I think it's because of the meters. I didn't have a meter to call him out. Dang it. See, I want to do neutral, or down, I meant, and I would have been able to pick out Star-Lord. Using the quick assist, not the assemble. See, I want Star-Lord in. I have to press down. I got happy birthday, but Star-Lord didn't stay out. Because I guess I got hit. Hold on 1 second. My headphones are gonna die if I don't put some batteries on them. Or plug. There we go. Now we have power. Oh shoot. I will say, out of the Arc System Works games, I'd say it's between this and Dragon Ball as far as the speed is concerned, because what do you call it? Guilty Gear Strive doesn't feel this like fast. Obviously, it's got like more of a floaty, heavier feel. This is a lighter, movement mobility feel, much like Dragon Ball Fighters. But it's like slightly slower than Dragon Ball Fighters, I would say. Definitely faster than like Grand Blue, or any other like other Arc-Sys like anime fighting type of games. so we can get him there. Maybe. Dang. Dr. Doom is really tough to fight when people get up close to him. I can tell you that much. Like, there's like he doesn't have like, I don't know what his options are. Jeez. Oh my god. I don't know what his options are in terms of like what to do when someone's in your face, basically. Like, you just have to block, and then but the moment he's in there and you have to block, he's like gets pummeled. I think he's just kind of like a setup, keep away type of character. But he's not like the fastest character either. I guess that's why they give him that fast teleport, but you know, it isn't everything. Shoot. Like this beam, so slow. I don't know if the EX one is faster. Yeah. Oh no, I'm dead. Let's see. I love it's just unlimited dashes though. Like, oh, that's his EX. Wow. Let's mess with Star-Lord. I don't really mess with him. Ah. Dang it. Oh, I didn't have enough to do a super. I was like thinking I had to level 1 there. Holy shoot. That's the Earth one, right? His gun moves. Oh, okay. Now I need to really switch out somebody. Yeah, I kind of retract my statement saying that, you know, it's not worth it to to call out an assist, because, and what I meant by that is like, you know, like for a while I was just playing off of the one character, you know, like I would just find a character that I could control and understood how to do the movements and stuff with, and I would just, you know, only slightly use the assists. But once I understood this active, you know, tagging with using quick assist, like it makes the meta thought process a little bit more fun, because now I'm thinking like, oh well, now like I got you know, Star-Lord in a bad slot as far as the, you know, his vertical assist is much better. So like if I want to go to the Dr. Doom, there, now I got Star-Lord in that vertical assist. So now if I want to utilize Star-Lord's, you know, assist, this one, oh no, that's still Kamala's. Hold on a second, I'm over here trying to do it. It's down in X, yeah. But I'm getting happy birthday out of it. See, he does that. Oh, he does that little kick. I just wanted to know what Star-Lord's vertical assist does. He does that like a flip kick. Because you would use those upward vertical attacks for things like juggles. So like if you have a pop-up type of move, you could call that assist out. But I thought that he had one, maybe that's Assault, where he has something where he comes down from like the top of the screen. And if I had him in by doing some kind of an active switch or something, I could swap him out of whatever slot he's in to put him in that, you know, the slot that I want him to do that specific assist type of move or whatever. See, like Captain America obviously is going to be good for vertical assist. So if I were to be able to swap him out with Doctor Doom here, or get Star-Lord in here, right? Okay, now I can get Captain America to swap down with Doctor Doom. So I would just do Doom. Okay, and then I would just do Captain America, which with the neutral quick assist tag. See? And now I got Star-Lord in that down one. I'm just trying to play around with the thought process of manipulating the slot rolls to kind of set them up in the, you know, in a assist configuration that I want to use for that specific situation, right? So like, let's say I need Captain America as the down assist. See, I got him in there now. So if I were to do down and X, he'll come out and do like a launching attack. But it's Doctor Doom. Oh, Doctor Doom is down, so maybe it's just X. Shoot. We'll see. Let's see how this next round. I was doing down X and Doctor Doom was coming out, so I don't know if that means that he's in that role. No, I was just pressing X. So yeah, I just wasn't doing. Yeah, there. Yeah, I was right. So it is down X. So yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted Captain America to now be a vertical assist. But now I want Captain America to move to like assault or something if I can get out of this. Oh crap. Okay. Okay, so now I got Captain America and I'm gonna try if I can get, if I swap him out with Kamala, she'll be the one that'll be assault, I guess. So let's see. Let's forward. Let's see, is it back? Let me try back and X. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's her. Okay. So now Captain America will be an assist or if I hold back or forward. Shoot. Come on. No. See, he does that shield now, so that's his assault assist. He does that thing where he kind of stays stationary and drops out his shield, and that's kind of cool. But yeah, so that's something that we learned today. You can rotate around characters and their slots. They're not see, like they gave you the opportunity to change the order, your starting order. So I guess keep that in mind. This is going to be the starting order, but by the time you finish a match, oh shoot, did I just? I don't want to. I'll just do the same order. But basically, by the time you get into like a second or a third round or whatever, that order can be completely different based on your active switching of characters. You know, I just wanted to expend the time going over the tag mechanic because, again, this is a 4v4 fighter, and what is it that's going to make this game different from other fighting games that are out there? You know, it's obviously like, you know, there's active tag is a system that's primarily used in lots of different fighting games. But when you're thinking about, like I said, the assist types, right now I only have two active characters, Captain America and Doctor Doom. The only active assist type I can use at the moment is going to be this. he's he's only going to be considered an active shooter or whatever assist type I selected him to be at. See, he's only going to do that until I can unlock the rest of the cast. Once you start unlocking the rest of the team members, that's when you can start to rotate around the roles in mid-fight. So that is what is going to separate this game for sure from other tag fighters, because I don't think that there's a game like that out there that I could think of where that happens. Because, you know, I keep comparing this to Marvel vs. Capcom because, again, in that game, Marvel Capcom 2 and Marvel Capcom 3, you assign the character's role, what assist type they are, right? Alpha, beta, and you know, whatever, and they're always that role. But this game, you can immediately change what that role is, depending on situational things. So it's going to be based on meter. It's going to be based on if you've unlocked the characters, if you've done any wall splats, you know, if you lost them around, you know, all that stuff's going to change. So now I got my third character. So now I can start to do a little bit of variation here. I could swap Dr. Doom out of that that assist type, and then call in Star-Lord instead, you know, by doing down and a quick assist, right? And now we got Dr. Doom under the down assist. And that does an aerial anti-air projectile. But see, that's the other thing. When you go into combos though, and you start pressing that direction, it still does like a different attack. It's just I guess I'm trying to wonder if, like, I don't know. It's just so much to think about, and it's just like it's a matter of just figuring out how the game interprets the inputs based on the situation, you know, that when you've called out a character. Because you know, again, an assist works where you press the assist button and the direction, and it does that assist type. But when you start off, you only start off with one assist type. See, that's down and X, and he's doing that forward beam. I'm gonna call him out again. Just keep stuck getting hit. All right, Captain America, Iron Man, you're getting annoying. Here, let me show my example. See, that's only going to do that assist type. So it doesn't matter if I'm pressing back, down, or left, or right. It's just going to always do that assist type. But the moment a third character and a fourth character comes in, those assist types change based on there we go. Now I got my third character. No, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm pressing down. That was his Star-Lord's thing. Oh, now I got my fourth. See, I'm pressing down, and Star-Lord didn't do that. See, he runs up and does that gun thing. So depending on, see there, now if you just do it raw, that's when he does it. But in a combo, hold on, right there, see, that's raw. But if I do it in a combo, there, let me try to get him in a combo, and I'm going to call out Star-Lord again. See, he does the gun. So that's what I'm saying, like, even if they're in that slot, like, because all the other characters are out, and if I hit, like, left or right, Dr. Doom or Kamala is going to come out. So I'm just trying to understand, like, when you have everybody out, like, how does the assemble button change when you do your assist attack, because it doesn't seem to be the same. Like, again, if a character's on the down slotted position, so there's left, right, and down underneath Captain America. Right now, Star-Lord is that down slot position, so that means that if I do down and the assemble button, he should be doing a vertical assist attack of some sorts. But what I'm noticing is that when I'm doing a combo and I do that down assist attack, he'll lunge forward and shoot his gun, as opposed to doing like his jumping like flip kick. I'm just trying to see if there's a consistency on when, you know, they're in that slot. Like, if the moves change based on, like, if you're doing a combo or not. Because I think that's what it is. At least that's what it appears to be. Let me lose this match so I can get access to the other character. Because I think... Oh, this has wall breaks. Yeah, so I should get access to another character soon. See, he gets it. He gets the reward for knocking me through the wall. But if I lose the match... Okay, now I got... Oh no, I've still got the same two. Hey. Wow. Oh, I'm supposed to lose. There we go. Okay, that way I can get to my third character at least. Alright, there we go. Alright, so just to kind of go over my point. So I'm Dr. Doom. I'm going to call... see? I just did down. And that's what he does. I'm going to do... This time I'm going to do a combo, but I'm going to do back and assist. And see, Captain America does that. That's his, I guess, a shooter attack, right? Now I'm going to do forward and a combo. Okay, that's still a Captain America. He does the shooter assist type. But if I just do, like... Hold on. I'm trying to find the window of timing where I can know that Star-Lord's upper kick thing he does for his assist type will come out. Because it doesn't seem to come out when I do it in a combo. It only comes out if I do it in neutral and not press a button. Oh yeah, wait. Let me just try doing a combo and just... Maybe it is in neutral if this does that. I'll do a combo in neutral. Let's see. Oh, because that does Captain America. So, like, neutral and forward... well, and back seems to be doing the same thing, too. See? And, he did his, I'm gonna just do a combo with Dr. Doom. See? So I think it's just, that's how it is. If you do a combo, depending on the slot that the character's in, they will do like a different attack or something, because it's not the upwards kick. Because my thought process is this: if I want to pop up somebody and I got them in a corner and I do a launcher of some kind, I want to be able to call my assist to continue that assault as they're going, as the opponent's momentum is going upwards into the air. So if I have someone in that slot and I hit down and X, that should be the move that should go up to hit them. But it doesn't seem that, like, when you're in a combo that move consistently comes out. Because I noticed that during the tutorial, because it was like I was trying to practice doing whatever it was telling me, and I was just, you know, putting the computer training dummy in a combo and then pressing the directions that they're specifying, but it didn't complete the objective. And it was because I didn't just do it while they're in, neutral or whatever, like where I'm not doing a combo, I mean. So, yeah, that's something to maybe adjust. I don't know if that, maybe that could be a bug or something, I don't know, But I just try to point out the things in my observations and, my particular knowledge on these types of games. Because like in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3, you don't need to press a direction to do that assist type. It's just you press, there's a button associated to that assist type. And that's not like how this works in this game. It's way different. So now we got Star-Lord back in that slot. Oh, see? That's I was trying to do a launcher up into there. You see how? That's what I meant. I was trying to pop him up, and as soon as he popped up in the air, I was going to call out Star-Lord and then see if I could jump up and do something else. And see, now it makes me think, like, what happens like if we do something like that in the air? I couldn't do it. Oh, I didn't have a meter. And that's another thing. I don't know if it's because I don't have an assemble gauge, you know, like... Yeah, see? So, calling them out in a combo... Oh, that's right! That's why I can't do it all the time. Okay, so I forgot about this. So I think when you... So this is another thing that changes when you start to get more active members of your team come out. The moment that you start having active team members out and you're using the assemble button in a combo, it costs meter. The only way it doesn't cost meter is if you do the auto combos. Yeah, so so this triangle auto combos does a combo into a level 1 super. The circle auto combos goes into your ultimate, but the weak, or the weak attack auto combos uses your assists up. So watch, if I when I start to build up and unlock the other characters. And see, and then there's where it's the nitpicking starts to happen, because if I... Okay, let me just try to get him out of here and get my teammate out. So if you start to do an auto combo with square, it calls out assists, and it doesn't cost meter. But the moment you start using the tag or the assemble button in a combo, or even I think like if you just call them out naturally, yeah, it doesn't cost a meter. It doesn't cost a meter when you call them out naturally by just pressing that direction or neutral. So neutral, right? It doesn't cost a meter, but you do it in a combo, meter, costs a meter. And based on the direction that you're doing, that... Oh, wow. So... Geez, that's a lot of... Man, this game has got some very complex meter management for the assists, specifically. So, okay. Let's kind of take a look at what I was going into. So, the way it works, if you do a raw tag using the assemble button, the button that basically calls the member out and has them do their attack, that does not cost a meter. And what happens is, if you call them out raw without doing it in the middle of a combo, they'll do their intended slot attack. So they will do, like, if I had Star-Lord down and to do the vertical attack, and I do down and X without doing any kind of combo with my primary character, he will do the assist, and he will not cost an assemble gauge meter. But the moment I do combos and call out assists and swap them in and out as I'm doing different combos, that is what is draining the assemble meter. And then conversely, if I do auto combos and I just basically mash on square and just do square, 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 and I have all of my assists out, the auto combo type changes because all of the assists are being there. So then as you're doing the auto combo, the assists will then not cost any meter, and you can call them out to do all the little fancy hits. So here's an example of that. So here's an auto combo, hold on, with using the assist. No meters being expended, alright? Now I'm gonna do auto combo, or just a like my own kind of combo. Call out assist. Hold on. See, costs a meter, and that's why when. So when you run out of okay, so here's another thing then. So if you run out of assemble meter, if you just do auto combos, guess what? It doesn't look like the assists come out. Watch. You don't have access to your. Yeah, see, because okay, the moment you have a assemble gauge meter, you'll have access to the assists coming out in the middle of the combo. So let's. Okay, I just want to get my third character out real quick. Okay, so now that we got him out, now we got a meter too. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to waste the meter. Now here, auto combo. See, assists. They come out. So you can call out as long as you do an auto combo. It will never cost you meter, and you'll always have access to your assists as long as they're not in cooldown. That's another observation. So here we go. Auto combo, assist, assist, assist. Okay, wall splat. But then I could do like. And if you can also waste meter by doing those things I was just doing, where you can those like assemble. What are those called? I keep mispronouncing what these things are. Not these things. The symbol smashes. When you do the assemble smash, they where they highlight orange there. That's gonna take up your assemble gauges. Okay, and then if I want, I can go. Wasted it. I was trying to just go ahead and do all the 3 supers in a row. I gotta get a little bit more meter. So 150 is the max you can get on your So I just did an ABC into a auto combo. That kind of worked. Let's see. I just want to build up the meter. Else the computer will win or something. Okay, now let's try to get into doing a yeah, in order to do this exchange, you gotta have full meter and full assist gauge bars. That's never gonna. That's how that works. If you don't have those conditions, you can't. Because I wanted to see if that's how that worked. So that like super exchange where you can do like 3 single supers in a row with different characters. You've got to have your assemble bars, at least 2, because it's, and you can only do a maximum of 3 supers. It looks like, because it costs 50 of your super meter gauge. Or let's see what they specifically call the super meter in this game. It's called the skill gauge. So your skill gauge is that gauge on the bottom, you get up to 150 points, but you don't get that until you get all 4 characters out, basically. So you have to, like, essentially do wall splats or leave around, things like that. See, just simply, okay, just by going to the next round without meeting the condition, you don't get your assists out. It's the opponent will, though, if they lose that match or that round. Or if you get wall splatted, no, they get access to the character if you get wall splatted. So he's gonna get his 4th character now. But now I'll get access to mine because I just lost a round. So. Shoot. Oh, nice. That's honestly the fastest way to get your wall splat. Just do the auto combo. Because it's automatic. I mean, that's how you build it up. And then now I got all 4 characters and all 3 meters, so. And I do the manual combo into super, holding down X, doing another one, holding down X. And there we go. But you get your gauge back like right away. I noticed they went through 2 of those what do you call it? The assemble gauges, but they came back right after that exchange. Oh. Dang, I'm thinking he's got like some kind of a dragon punch, but he doesn't. Oh, what is his? I don't know if that kick he has is just something that happens when you're just doing combos, or if it's something he does as a special attack. I'm talking about Star-Lord. He has this like upwards kick, like a flash kick. Okay, so Gravity Mine does that. Ravager Rush does that Ravager, okay, he does that. Oh, see that like Dante Devil May Cry gun thing? I thought that's what he had as his. Oh, what's that? Low leap. Oh. So that's just down and or down and R2? Okay. So unique. Groove switch. That's just picking the different guns. That's just what it looks like when you have that specific gun. And that's the dash thing. See, his aerial assault, or this thing. See, that kick. He only has that as a as an assist attack. He doesn't have it as like an actual attack. Oh wait, what's this dance? Oh, that's just his finale. I think I've seen that before. Okay, mix-up attack. What is this? Down triangle. Mix-up attack, hold. So what is this? Circle? Oh. Oh, he's gotta... Yeah, there's like some like held inputs. Like you can do like Iron Man does his repulsor blast, or if you it's like a delayed attack. Oh, he's got a is that a slide or a low kick? Oh yeah, it's a slide. Okay. Yeah, so he just doesn't have that flip kick thing as a unique move. It's only how he comes in and attacks you.
Winner, player one. Brace yourself. Round one. Fight.
Alright, well, I think we've broken down enough of the tagging mechanics of the game. Let's maybe mess around with some characters, I guess, and see if we can discover anything cool. So that was a situation where I wanted to do that EX Dragon Punch when I did his shield toss move. You know, the one thing about the unique attacks is you can't, they don't have like an EX version of them, it doesn't seem like, you know? Like it'd be cool if you could do an input motion with the EX, or sorry, the unique button to do like an EX version of that, of the unique moves. I was ready to do Dragon Punch and I just sat there and like I didn't know what to do. Yeah, one thing I like about the active tag, how it, in terms of like, you know, why it has like a delay to it, is because I could be doing some kind of string or whatever, right, and call out the assist, but then fake like I'm gonna still use the other character, but then automatically switch over to the, you know, the newly tagged in character. So that's kind of cool about the tagging in terms of the mind games and mix-ups you could do in the game. Because sometimes I'll get faked out thinking like I'm gonna be attacking the person that, you know, is still in there, and when they swap out, you know, that's why they give you such a long delay. You know, a lot of people say it's slow, but think about like, you know, how you can kind of keep calling in somebody, and then you know, like you get a long window of time to decide whether you want to keep that assist out or not. You know, see, like there, like stuff like that. Like I could capture that character in that move that I just did with the Star-Lord, the bubble, but then I could have called out Dr. Doom and did his like command throw or something. You know, because he's stuck on the bubble. And you get a guaranteed punish there, I guess, if you're able to catch somebody in a move like that or a situation like that. And that's because of the way the tagging operates. Okay, immediately wasting a symbol meter there. I'm wasting another symbol meter, but I want to keep out doing. Oh, that's one thing I like about that shield. Like if they are afraid to attack, you know, they could make a mistake and you can come up and grab them with that move. Oh no, that's a backwards fireball to do his command throw. So don't do backwards fireballs. Do forwards and dragon punches. But in the air, I didn't really mess with her very much. You know what? Now is a good time to probably look at Spider-Man, because I think Spider-Man's got a cool overhead type of move, but I don't know how you do it. And it looks like it's something that gets done in a combo. I'm just picking random. Let's just gonna do work on Spider-Man. Because I want to know how people are getting that overhead. Because I think Doctor Doom has some kind of an overhead like that too, that I've seen. So... okay, it's just his double heavy. So if I did... No, that's not that. I want to know if it's like a unique move. Nope, that just does that. That just does that. It's not down and special. Oh, wow. His Dragon Punch is this move. Oh, Spidey sense. What does that do? Like automatic dodge or something? Yeah. Oh, it's a counter. Okay. So that's weird. So you that's a Dragon Punch. See, it's stuff like that where I think only modern controls benefits. Because having to do a Dragon Punch manually to do that counter, well, you know, a skilled player could pull it off. You know, imagine that, like how it's faster to just press forward and that to do that one move, that counter. But it's kind of hard to. But it's a backwards. It's a hurricane kick motion to do this. Yeah, that move there. Oh, and he just does it in the air. Okay, I guess if you just do it in the neutral, or if you just jump and do the backwards fireball, he does that flip kick. But I saw somebody online on somebody, I think it was Justin Longstream, he was playing a Spider-Man that he was doing some kind of a overhead. I'm wondering what that move is. And it looked like it was just in a combo. And it made me wonder if there was directional inputs for pressing. No, it wasn't that. Oh yeah, there it was. I just did it. That. So is that just pressing just circle? Yeah, if you hold back. So see, Spider-Man's like the only one that gets like a move like that. Okay, so let's see. Command list. It'd be spider crawl. What does that do? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's holding it. It's not holding back. So see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it made it feel like I was holding back and doing that, but it's just if you hold, and that's the only unique way property of like normal attacks in this game is just there's some kind of a variation if you hold the button instead of just but see, they pop out. Like if you're trying to do like a juggle, they pop out. So and so see, is that a mechanic in this game? What do they call that? Like when you can pop out, like I forget the term, but it's like that in Marvel. Like, you know, if you get comboed and if it's not a true combo, meaning like, you know, you can't get out, you can't interrupt it or get out of it, there's moments where you can press like a pair of buttons and you can do a pop out move where it flashes white I noticed Iron Man was doing that, see? It happens on like quick get-ups or tech rolls. Yeah, there's tech rolls, it looks like. Yeah, so you get a quick pop out. That just lets you know that, you know, the move is not real or combo is not real, so that you can escape out of it, basically. It's just that some people don't know to press some buttons to get out of that situation, and they just keep getting hit, and then the person makes it look like it was a true combo. Man, Spiderman's very zippy, like he's very pestering. He's probably the most annoying character that I've had to fight in this beta. A lot of people tend to use him, but he's fun. I mean, that's the thing. All the characters, you know, because they kind of all play the same way. Like all the characters kind of are fun. You know, like. But the only drawback to it is that there's no, like, it's hard to really say that there's a major difference between the characters, because like I said, functionally each character's moves, like the flashiest things that they do, the inputs are the same across the board, you know, as far as like what you would do, you know, with the exception of people like Spider-Man, who's got a freaking overhead by holding his, you know. Oh, there you go, see? And that's a way to extend your combo stuff up by just calling out an assist. And that's the thing, if it's something where, like, you know, it looks like you can pop them up but you can't do anything else after it, you probably need to use an assist to tag them so that you can, you know, hit the person in the middle of that moment of vulnerability. Like, something like that, you know? See? There we go. I just sort of did that as an example there with Dr. Doom and Star-Lord. You know, like he has that, I was doing that combo with the gun, and then I can call out, see? There, Spider-Man just helped me keep him going, and then you just have to find what extends that. And that's really where the meta is, I guess. But, like I said, it's like everybody has a route, a combo route or some sort that is all the same, like to do, or to set up characters the same way, and that's where the variety kind of stops when you're picking different characters in the cast, you know. And I think that's probably what a lot of people tend to feel is like the problem. You know, there's just, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of variation when you're using a character. It's like if you can do the same set of mechanics with one character, chances are it's probably going to work the same way with the others when you try them, with the exception of like the unique things like, you know, like Star-Lord's dash is different, you know, from other people, or Kamala doesn't have an air dash, you know, that's the only thing that separates the characters out. But for the most part, most of them have some kind of projectile or some kind of long-reaching, you know, thing, but if they don't, you can call out an assist to extend something of theirs, you know, so on and so forth. But the fact that everybody has this auto combo that leads into build, you know, getting up your third character is universal to everyone. So I wish you can do a counter on those. That was an example of calling out an assist at the wrong time. I'm never ready for those. It's almost like not being ready for like a drive impact, you know, it's like, it give you a good window of time to understand when it's going to happen, but then like it's just something in your mind just makes you not react to it and fast enough. That's what those crossover counterattacks feel like. Kind of like being prepared and ready to deal with a drive impact Street Fighter 6. Dang. Yeah, see, that's what I wish there's a way to break out when you're in the middle of a combo with using the other assist, some kind of a defensive thing, because sometimes I think like you get caught in accidentally because you're not trying to whiff per se, but you whiff in some kind of unintentional way, and because the opponent can take advantage of that, you know, like, I mean, I understand if you got caught in a combo, that's different, but there's just sometimes where like it feels like you're getting hit into something because you know, whiff something in the middle of a combo, or you know, like you interrupt something that you were doing after you've already been hitting the opponent into something, and because you stop that hit, they find a window to clip you out of that, and then all of a sudden you're stuck in a combo. You know, I think that maybe if they had some kind of mechanic where if you have available assists or assemble gauge or something, you can use that to maybe perhaps use that to break out of those kind of combos or whatever. I don't know.
Player one, brace yourself. Round one, fight!
Oh, that freaking Spidey sense thing is pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I did it like unintentionally. We did doing the Dragon Punch input, and like he flipped through the projectile and got me over to him where I could. Like there it didn't work, but that's kind of a cool mechanic of his. See, now I know when I want to switch and stay as that person, or when it's safe to switch to them. Throw. Aw. Get him. That run up there was so crazy. I mean, at first I did. I mean, I still think it can leave you open, you know, if you incorrectly use it. But it's got some utility. Like, you know, it's just one of those things where like, let's see. I'm wondering, can I run though? Like do the running throw, but then call it. Yeah, you can't call out an assist. That's the only thing. But I could do it by doing the dash. So if let's say you get someone conditioned to, you know, like, oh, he's gonna throw me again. You know, he keeps running and throwing me. You can then switch that to an assist. So like say like I start this way, but then now I'm gonna do the run, but then I can call out the assist instead, but then go back to the run. Boom. See, just like that. That's what I mean. Like I think that's where you know. It's got a little bit of sauce, you know. Shoot. There we go. I'm just trying to find my window of opportunity where I can break that. Yeah, it's like if this doesn't work, and you keep getting hit, just get to a point where you can find a moment to block, and as long as you've got assemble gauge, you can break a person out of their sort of like auto combos, barrages, you know, and then you can start to get your one of your own. Dang, I had a wall spot opportunity. I mean, I kind of took advantage of it. So what is his actual Dragon Punch thing then? It's not down, is it? The little flip. Oh, it's okay. That's right. It's back, so it's like I think it's like a backwards fireball. But the thing that sucks about that is on the ground he dashes first. Spider-Man, he dashes first and then does the kick, right? Let me see. That's correct. So if I'm holding back. I'm just gonna do the simple input. Yeah. So he dashes first, but I wonder if there's a way to do like a because he doesn't have like a dash, like a directional dash. He only back and forward. And I think, oh, there we go. Okay, so you could do zip, maybe the spider zip thing. That. Let me see. And then do the flip kick. I'm trying to think of a way to do it. That in the air, like you know, just in the air, because when you do it manually or when you do it like that, like in the jumping, that's when he does the kick. I'm trying to see if there's a way to do some kind of a mid-air dash. Yeah, okay, there you go, mid-air dash. You're gonna have to just do like a short hop. You know, I don't know if you could tiger knee dash. Let me see. What I'm trying to see is if Spider-Man has a way to do kind of like, you know, it's a mechanic that Kami users use in Street Fighter or Sea Viper users, where you just buffer in the. I'm trying to see if I can do like a micro jump dash and then do that that flip kick, because it's a good move. I don't like it when it's on the ground, because you're forced to slide first. See, you're gonna slide first and it gets you hit. I'm just trying to see if there's a way to maybe. Oh man, that's a fast dash back. That was a jump. Yeah. I keep doing the web move though. Oh, I just did. There you go. I just did sort of like a quick hop dash. Can I do a quick hop back dash? Let's see. Trying to see if I can do a quick hop back dash into that. Yeah. See, there you go. It's just basically I'm trying to see, like, you want to do that move. It's one of those kind of good moves that it works kind of like a Dragon Punch, but because it's an aerial move, you have to be as low to the ground as possible in order for it to kind of work the way you want it to. There, see, like that. I'm trying to jump, then that, and then not. See, if you do forward. Oh, I don't need to do forward though. I just need to jump and then just press dash. There we go. I just did it. Oh no, I did the ground one. I guess you're just sort of like replacing the automatically animated dash. But oh shoot, got turned around. Oh, spider sense. That was cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if that's just maybe a technique. I mean, I don't think you could just unless you can buffer into like doing a half circle up towards motion and then get the jump and then dash immediately. Because I'm trying to do like what they do in Smash Brothers and I think Nickelodeon All Stars. They have that like wave dash maneuver where you can kind of like run and jump where you're just barely off the ground, and then once you're off the ground you could do that aerial. See, it's just hard to get the dash part, that forward dash, especially if you get turned around. Because the flash kick that Spider-Man has, it's pretty fast. I mean, here, look how fast that is. Look how quick that is. That's like one frame, man. Like, look at that, right there. So if you could find a way to jump and then dash and then get that move out, you'd be. Because it's just I think it's just a quarter circle back and attack, right? And I haven't even seen what the EX version looks like. Yeah, it's just a backwards fireball. There you go, like that. There. But that's ambiguous. I was like, you could see me dashing. I'm trying to do it like an instant one, like you just... Because they don't have like a short hop, right? Wait, do they have short hop dash? Yeah. Okay, that I guess that would be the equivalent of it. Oh, dang it, I'm not Spider-Man. Okay. Stop attacking me, Iron Man. I'm trying to do something cool. Dang it. So I'm trying to do it without doing the simple input. I'm trying to see if I can do it with the motion input now. Because if you do it with the motion input, you're holding forward when you're trying to do the dash because you're jumping. Because you only need a neutral jump. You don't need to do... See, there you go. That was pretty low to the ground. I'm just trying to see, like, what's the shortest distance from the ground you can jump before you can input a dash. Because once you figure that part out, then you can just do the... shoot. You could do the you know, quarter circle back into the little Spider-Man flash kick. Yeah.
Perfect. Winner, player 2. Brace yourself. Round 1. Fight.
I almost did it. Dang it. I can't find the window of opportunity to do it. They don't give you Spider-Man in the tutorial, so I can't. There. I just tried to do it just now, but I pressed freaking X instead of that. I did what I was looking for, which is... I think you can do it. I think you can kind of do like a quick bunny hop dash into that move. It's just very hard because of the speed of the... That would be... honestly, I'm not trying to do a back dash either. I'm trying to do a forward dash. Hey, oh. That was it. I think the trick is... there we go. That was it. See, that's a lot lower to the ground. That's not as low as I'd want it to be, but like the idea is there, you know? Because that's a fast move, and that's, like I said, that's like, it looks like it's only like a quick frame. Yeah, see? And then imagine if you're fast enough to call out an assist. Yeah, if you could find a window to, you know, that window of opportunity to do that move and then call out an assist at the right time, I think like you could really find some nice things you can do with Spider-Man. But anyhow, that was kind of a interesting thing. I mean, I didn't do it very often because, like I said, the jump happens so quick and the dash, if the input doesn't come off at the right time, or it happens so fast that like you already have dashed and you can't do the move anymore. Shoot. Now I'm wondering if I could just, since that move is on the ground, I'm wondering if I could do overhead into that. Let's see. The overhead attack. There you go, yeah. Yeah, I just did it. Because there's, I'm trying to find a balance between when something like that has like tough execution, if you can oversimplify it by just doing yeah, see, like that was a simple input there. Because that overhead, right? If it leaves them vulnerable, if you have the dexterity and the speed to do a jumping dash, you could, you know, do that flip kick. This, not that. This right there, because like just because of the speed of it, like, see. Because doing it manually, it's pretty slow. Like if you're, you know, when you jump, it's instant when you just use the easy input. So if I jump back, like that takes. See, that was not the. But it's an instant. Like the moment the move comes out, you know. But see, the input error that I'm struggling with is I'm jumping and I'm trying to, you know, do that. And that was manual inputs. But if I just do the same thing, jumping, and get out of this corner. Oh man. But just jumping and then holding back, you know, and the easy input, it just comes out. See? Look how fast that is. But that's easy input. That. Right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That is super fast. And that's why I was trying to see if I could figure out how to do a jumping dash like that. Right there, see? There. Boom. Boom. That's hard to react to. I mean, think about that. Only thing is, I'm trying not to dash or try to. There we go. I'm trying to jump and do it, but I'm trying to see if, like, you know, like I said, like you could also do a quick jump and dash and then do it, because you can't react to that. That's quick.
Winner, player 2. Brace yourself. Round 1.
See? Doesn't that go at an angle? Oh, nice. Whoa. You can do like multiple web. Whoa. What does he do? Like once he does it upwards? Oh, that's the web hang. Okay. That's cool. That's if you do the unique button and up, I think, or down. I don't know. Yeah, it's up. Right. So does he have a double jump, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you're watching this, I'm not trying to like beat up the computer. I'm trying to just look at mechanics of Spider-Man to see if there's anything that can be sort of like something that has like more difficult execution, you know, and it would have like a positive impact on the offense for the character. Because, like I said, he's very fast, and that move, when you do it as a special easy input, this jumping move, it's like really fast, like that. Like you cannot react to that. That is like literally like a 0 frame attack. Like look how fast that comes out. And that's his EX. But see, when you do it on the ground, he does a dash automatically, which it's still pretty hard to react to that. But I mean, you know, you can easily get hit out of that. But what you can't get hit out of, if you're jumping at an opponent and you're able to, that's like basically like, think of like if that's like an aerial flash kick from Guile, but with like no, look how fast it is. It just, but that's when you do easy input. If I jump and try to manually do it, it's still fast, but you know, you could have a window of error there if you miss your input. So I'm trying to see if there's just a way to utilize it in such a way by using the easy input. God, I keep doing that grenade thing, because the grenade I think is yeah, it's down in the easy input, no, whatever what is this button referred to as? This button is referred to as the quick skill button, aka special button. Tired of getting hit this crap. 3 all over 3 on. If I could just get this thing off without hitting down. Alright, well that's enough of Spider-Man. I think there's really anybody else I wanted to take a look at, because select your characters. We looked at him. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I'm just gonna probably go online now. Let's do a few online matches. And I think that is enough of kind of breaking the game down. So, lobby. All right, good connection. We've got a high-profile match. Oh, looks like he's got Storm.